share one of an Alma experience from my life. So we usually hear in pravachans that there's no time that, like a correct time that Nama needs to be said. There's no rules, there's no regulations. You can keep saying it whenever, when you're walking, showering, in the car, standing, eating, whatever. So when you keep doing that, it subconsciously becomes a habit for you every single day. So when in like a time of need, by Guruji's grace, Nama automatically comes in our mouth. So a situation was, my brother, he was traveling to California and he was taking the MARTA. So he was super jet lagged since he had just come back from India the previous night. So he was on the MARTA and he dozed off and he had a backpack with a very valuable iPad. So he's on the MARTA and then we think he's all good, and 30 minutes later we get a call and he calls my dad and he's like, Appa, I lost my iPad. So we're like, what do you mean you lost your iPad? So he's like, so I was on the MARTA and I somehow dozed off and my backpack is gone. So we were like, okay, so like what do we do now? So he's like, I got off the MARTA, and we were like, but you have a flight to catch. So he's like, yeah, I know, I don't know what to do. So we were all obviously super stressed, and when we're stressed we get angry. So there was a lot of things happening at that moment, but still Nama somehow came into our mouth. We suddenly started chanting Nama constantly, and we were like, okay, it's okay, we can somehow figure out a solution. So using Find My, we found out that this iPad was somewhere in Atlanta downtown, which is a very risky area to lose anything at. So we were like, okay, you just board your flight, we'll take care of it. So me and my dad were here, we called the MARTA police, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do, because if the iPad isn't in MARTA, the train anymore, there's nothing we can do. So we still don't lose hope, we're still chanting Nama, and so I'm like, okay, let's just go where the Find My is and try to find it in downtown. So obviously that seems like a ridiculous idea, because it's downtown's so big, it's unsafe to go on your own and search. So we're like, okay, we'll go over there and call the police. So me and my dad, we get over there. My mom's at home, she's chanting Nama in front of Guruji's Padukas, which is equivalent to Guruji himself. So we keep chanting Nama, and so we park our car at one place and we're waiting for the police to come. And it's been 20 minutes since we called them. And the Find My is showing that the iPad is right in front of us. So we're like, wait, that's so strange. So we see this guy with my brother's backpack walking right out of this this pawn shop. So we were like, okay, so this is strange, but we don't want to get out of the car because obviously it's dangerous. He could have weapons on him. So we still wait for the police, and by that time, this guy is gone. He catches another train, and he's somewhere about 20 minutes away from us. So we decided, okay, we're going to follow him. So we constantly keep chanting Nama, we're going in the car, and the iPad is now showing at some Wellstar Health Clinic. So never in my life have I seen police outside of a Wellstar clinic. So we get out and we're like, oh my god, we can't just go into this clinic. Obviously, we're violating patients' privacy and stuff. So we request the police. We're like, hey, we have sort of a situation. The iPad location is showing over here. So is there any way you could go and see if this bag is in there, the iPad is there? So the police, obviously, it's not necessary that they can always be cooperative, but this time, by Guruji's grace, they were very cooperative. They were like, oh yeah, for sure, we'll go immediately search. So they go inside, and this guy is sitting in a patient room with our backpack. So we're now relieved. We're like, okay, thank God, at least we can get the backpack now. But then the security over there is like, technically I can only hold the guy hostage for you, but we can't retrieve that backpack since it's not under our jurisdiction. So then the MARTA police also have to get there. So we're waiting, and this guy finally walks out. And they open the backpack, and by Guruji's grace, the Apple Pencil and the iPad and the chargers and everything were safe in the in the backpack still. So, and then the police came and it got all figured out, and we finally went home back with the iPad. So this seems very unrealistic because, we're not some crime branch to track down these criminals and get ourselves back. But Nama has that power. It can turn into a police for you, it can turn into a friend for you, it can turn into anyone for you. And this isn't just a first case where I'm experiencing this. It's also previously happened with my friend. So not only in my life, also in my peers' lives, I've seen this. So it's just a testament that Nama will save us no matter what. Again and again it shows. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.